welcome back to the Raven's Nest. And for those of you here for the first time, my name is Raven and I am on a journey to lose over 100 pounds. And though I may have hit some hiccups and speed bumps, I'm still not going to take no for an answer, and we will be successful no matter how long it takes. Um, as a lot of you know, the past few months have been quite the roller coaster as I helped my husband get ready for open heart surgery. He needed a bypass surgery. Um, so we had to first prepare for tests to see that it was something that he would be able to do, something that he could survive. And then when we did that, came the whole getting him ready for the actual surgery, and then the actual surgery and recovery. And leading up to it was hard, and then the actual surgery and recovery was pretty dang hard in itself. But about a month ago, he did receive the surgery. It went really well. It took about 3.5 hours, I believe, for the surgery. They wanted to do a quadruple bypass. They ended up only being able to do a triple. And he had a lot of difficulty coming out of anesthesia. They actually were a little concerned they weren't going to be able to extubate him within the regular amount of time that they normally do patients. And so we did what we could to try and get him woke up enough and breathing on his own enough to extubate him. That finally did happen, but he still was having trouble waking up. So that was a little bit scary, a little bit stressful. But the fact that he was breathing on his own was actually a very good sign. And then, the surgery actually went well. They did find that his heart disease was a little bit more extensive than they originally thought, so he is going to need some extra stent work eventually, sooner rather than later. They thought it would be a longer amount of time in between than it's actually going to be, but that's okay. It's definitely less invasive than this surgery, so that's fine. Then he had several days stay in the hospital, to which I, went and I did work from the hospital. I took some afternoons off to be there with him and just hang out with him. He doesn't really remember me being there, actually. But I was there helping him do what he needed to do to get to the point where he could come home, also to help the nurses understand who he is and what his different attitudes mean, so that they could appropriately treat him. Because there's times when I notice what his irritation levels are and what the signs of him getting super irritated are, and I could help them see that so that they could, give him the proper medications to help him, just relax and be less irritated, because I didn't want him pulling out the tubes and things he still had in him. And then he got to come home. So he had surgery on a Tuesday. He got to come home on a Saturday afternoon. And then came the home recovery, which was also difficult, because there's a whole lot of things he can't do, especially at the beginning. You have to get in and out of bed and in and out of chairs certain ways. You can't bend over. You get tired very easy. You have a lot of pain. He's got a big scar. And so I'm just kind of doing everything for him, because I don't want him to do anything at all. And now that we're a month in, he's still limited on what he's allowed to do, because they still need that breastbone to completely heal. So he still can't drive. He still can't pick up certain things. He can't be using any power tools. He can't do a lot of the projects he likes to do. And it's been very difficult on him in the matter that, one, I mean, it hurts, and two, he is not one who can just sit around and do nothing. So he's been having a hard time just sitting there and letting me take care of everything, or sitting there and not doing the things that like come to his mind for him to spontaneously do. But we have been getting through it. Now that we are where we are now, he had his 1 month pre-op appointment. They said he's looking really good. He can drive within the next week or two, which he's going to love. It's a little more freedom for him. He still can't be doing lots of other things, but we're getting there, and he's getting there, and it's good, and life is really settling out here because I'm not having to, I don't know, I hate to say babysit, but that's how it felt for a while, because, you know, I had to check on him constantly and make sure that he could get up and down off the couch or bed or whatever, and just make sure he had everything he needed. You know, not that that's a bad thing, because it wasn't at all. It's exactly what he needed for recovery. But now he's more independent, and life is getting more simple. I don't want to say simple. That is definitely not the right word. But I was getting a little bit more back to its regular routine, which means I can get back to my irregular routine a little bit more. I've stayed pretty consistent with spin class during this. Thankfully, our son has had to move back home for a little while, and so I've been able to lean on him for some things, which include staying home with him, because he wasn't allowed to be left home alone for the first 2 weeks according to doctor's rules. So he would stay with him so I could go to spin class. But I've been going to spin class more consistent. I did miss some days, but that's been my one super consistent thing. Now that things are getting more stable and steady, I feel like I definitely have more time to add more to the spin class. So I will be starting another round of Bold and Badass with Fit Girls Rock. This upcoming Monday, the 12th, will be day 1. So that's pretty dang awesome. I'm really super excited about that. And let's see. I'm going to be, that includes trekking, that includes exercise. So I'll be adding all of that to my spin classes. Plus, I'll be getting back to weekly video updates, and hopefully starting to get in a few adventures to be able to share with you guys too. So I know this is kind of an odd checkup video. My videos will hopefully be getting better and back to a more of a normal type video. But I just want to let you know that I'm coming back, and it's going to be great, and I miss all of you, and I thank you to all of you that have checked in on me, and I'm excited to get this channel back going again, and get my journey off pause and moving forward again. So that's where we are right now. I can't wait to get started. The dog is knocking at the door. He's ready to come in and start his day. So I appreciate all of you. I love you all so much. I can't wait to get back into things and to be in more contact with you guys and start sharing with you guys again and having you guys share with me. I'm excited. This is going to be so much fun. It's going to be so great. And you watch these results come in. It's going to be awesome. I'm super motivated. So let's do this. Thank you guys so much for stopping by the nest. Remember to take care of yourselves. Take care of each other, love yourselves, love each other. Remember, I care for you. You should care for you. And until next time, I appreciate you. I thank you for blessing me with a visit here to the nest. Bye, guys. I love you all so much.